What we have over here, what you can see on the screen is called a DAW. This is the software that we use to make music. In fact, pretty much all of the music you've ever heard in your life that was made in the last 20 years was made using a software like this. This one is called Ableton Live, but there are many different softwares that people use to make music. The laptop I'm using is the Lenovo Legion, which is a really powerful gaming laptop. And you may wonder why I've chosen to use a gaming laptop for this. It's because it has the RAM, the fast SSD speeds, it has the fast processor speed that allows me to use all my plugins and effects and processors and virtual instruments as well as native AI without causing a strain on the processor. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you a little bit about what this workshop is about. Traditionally and historically, making music has been a very manual, kind of labor-intensive process. It's all done one click at a time. It has traditionally taken a lot of time, and it completely has depended on your own imagination and perspective. Now AI, as you know, over the last handful of years, has completely introduced a new dimension into all the creative arts, whether it's like writing or filmmaking, photography, music. But focusing on music here, we have, of course, there are tools that generate complete songs, right? I'm sure these are the ones that you must already be familiar with, such as Suno.ai, and there are a bunch of other platforms that do that. And then you have your AIs which can change your voice, right? So it can take my voice or your voice, make it sound like, I don't know, like Rihanna or Michael Jackson or whatever. So these are some really popular kind of applications that we've seen quite a few times now. They've come into the mainstream, and they've been used in some very prominent ways. But for me, I found it important that I find a way for AI to enhance my workflow and not replace it, if you know what I mean. I'm still a creative person, I'm an artist, I have a lot to say and I have a lot to express. So I found some platforms and some tools, which are online tools that are available for everyone to use, and I'm going to give you a little demonstration of how I integrate them into my workflow in order to make music that I would then play at my shows or then release on streaming platforms. So the four tools which I'll be using today, there are four tools, and the first one is called Chord. Now, if anyone has ever tried to play a piano or a guitar or any kind of instrument, you know that the first thing you need to do when you start a new song is to create a chord combination, like a chord sequence. It's often the backbone of the song. The chord carries the emotional information, it carries the musical information, and everything else depends on the chords. Even the bass line, the vocal line, the lead line, everything follows the chords of the song. So what I found is after about 15 years of doing this, you start to get into a bit of a habit of sorts when it comes to the kind of chords that you make. It's like a muscle memory, right? You sit down to produce some music, but you tend, at least I have found that I tend to come up with similar ideas after some time, and so I was looking for a way to kind of break my own habit of the kind of chords that I start using when I sit down to write a song. And this tool is really quite interesting because it allows you to put a chord down, and then the AI recommends all the various chords that would sound good with it. It gives you a lot of options. And so you can audition what these chords sound like. And then once you're done with that, it'll give you MIDI data as an export. So MIDI data is what we put into the DAW. For example, this, what you're seeing on the screen in the lower half, is MIDI data. So what does that mean? That means that you can see the row of piano keys over here. And these lines, right? You can... So, right now if I play this sequence, you'll see how as it plays, the computer is going to play the notes that I put inside. Right? And if I go and I place a few more lines, let's say I put in that over that. So does that make sense? That you essentially program whatever you want the computer to play, and this data is called MIDI, right? So what ChordGod does is it helps you come up with a set of chords. You choose it, which is a crucial part. Like, I don't want to be given a full set of chords. I would much rather have suggestions so that I can take something that makes sense to me musically. It just helps me think out of the box, basically. So let's go ahead and focus on this one for now, and then we'll continue on with the other tools. So the first track is for the chords. I am going to start with a certain chord. Let's say I like the sound of that chord. This is a C major 7th chord, and I like the sound of it because that's what being an artist is about for me. It's taking things that I like and just putting it in there until I have my song. Now we want to look for a second chord that goes well with this one. And the reason why AI is really helpful is because there are actually a lot of rules in music theory, right? Music has a lot of relationship with math. Right, so you have your minor thirds, your fifths, your sevenths. You have your inverted voicings, and there's a lot of math that happens in music. And so AI is an amazing tool for that, from that respect, to make suggestions. So now all these chords you see down below over here are going to have some positive relationship with the first chord that I've selected. So let's just listen to a few of them, and I'll go ahead and choose one which I feel adds to this. So the first chord is, and now the second one can be, I actually like that. I'm just going to go with that as the second chord. For the third chord, let's see what else it suggested. Right, and then the fourth chord. So now we're going to listen to the 4 chords that we put together. I'm not so crazy about the last one, so I'm going to go back and look for some other option to replace the last chord. Let's see how that sounds. AI is one step ahead of me. So I like that sequence of chords. It feels like my sound. It's like the kind of music that I make. And this is what I like about the software. It gives you suggestions and you can choose and put together your own sound. Now I'm going to ask you to suggest a drum beat, right? Because in my head, the most simple kind of drum beat that comes in is like a 4 on the floor. But I'm open to suggestions. Like, I would like to maybe think a bit outside the box and not go with my usual thing, right? So we're going to have a look at what this suggests for a drum beat. I'm going to ask you to suggest a different beat. Let's go with another suggestion. I'm just looking for something that makes me feel like excited about what I'm hearing, right? Okay, this is cool. So now I'm going to export these from the software and we're going to put it into the DAW. I'm going to select Export MIDI. First I'm going to ask for the chords. Okay, so we have the chords, and then I'm going to get the drums. So now I'm going to go to Ableton, and these chords were from a previous example, but let's go ahead and start a new one. I've prepared this session by having 4 tracks, one for the drums, put on top, and then one for the chords, one for the bass, and one for the melody, and we're going to do that over here. Over here in the download section, I have my chords and the drums that I just downloaded. Let's put those chords right over here. So these are the same notes that was just suggested to me by the AI, and I managed to put it inside, and now it's in my session. And if I want to change anything, like, right, so it's completely configurable, which I find is an important thing, right, that I'm able to then customize what I have. Now we're going to put the drums in. So with the drums, it's a bit funny because it's given all the different parts of the drums in different regions. So what we have to do is a little bit of a process to put it all into one track. We're just going to do that right now. So the first one that I have is the kick, and I'm going to go into the MIDI layer.